With the 2022 AFL season now complete, the attention of footy fans turns to silly season. Free agency opens on the 30th of September, trade period on the 3rd of October, and delisted free agency opens on the 3rd of November. Clubs are scrambling to tie up loose ends of their list. Every season, there is a feel-good comeback story. Sometimes it's the second chance at an AFL career. Sometimes, in the case of Tyson Stengel, that player achieves something great. It is a huge mark of competence to bring in a player that has been overlooked by other clubs to be a key part of club success. With that in mind, let's have a look at the Last Chance Saloon and dive into AFL's Bargain Bin. Jesus! The first player I want to have a look at is St Kilda midfielder Jack Beitel. As of today, Beitel has not been delisted, although it looks highly likely at this stage he will be playing elsewhere next season. The 189cm inside mid struggled to crack the Saints' best 22 this season, even after a blistering start for Sandringham in the VFL. An early season foot injury derailed the rest of the year for Beitel, who did not manage to get a single AFL game for the year. Beitel's VFL stats do paint a picture of his ability. In 14 VFL games last season, Beitel averaged 25.3 disposals, 6.3 tackles and managed 7 goals from Sandringham's midfield. This was good enough for a 98.7 AFL fantasy score and left many scratching their heads as to how he did not manage a senior game last season. Admittedly, in 16 senior appearances since being selected at pick 41 in 2018, Beitel has not shown a huge amount in terms of stats in his young AFL career, averaging only 11.7 disposals. However, he has shown to be at least an average clearance player and an above average tackler in his brief time in the AFL. I think there are many clubs that could take a chance on the 22-year-old, with some interest from Essendon already reported. The second player I want to discuss today is Tom Phillips. The 186cm winger has been let go by Hawthorn after a disappointing season in which he managed only 4 senior games. An injury to his ankle and subsequently his knee ruled Phillips out of a significant part of the season, in which he averaged a career low in disposals at AFL level. Phillips did play pretty well at VFL level last season, averaging 24 possessions, 5 marks and 5 tackles a game in 8 games. Phillips has shown that he can be a nearly all-Australian level player, as he showed in 2018 to 2019 for Collingwood, after taking him at pick 58 in the 2015 draft. The Hawks gave up pick 65 in 2020 for Phillips in response to the Pie salary cap squeeze, and many considered this a steal of a deal at the time. At 26, I feel that Phillips is certainly deserving of a second chance at AFL level, with interest from Essendon rumoured already. Perhaps the biggest shock delisting from clubs this year came from Carlton, who delisted midfielder Liam Stocker after just 28 games at senior level. Carlton made headlines in 2018 after making the first live draft pick swap in AFL history. The Blues traded for pick 19, which they used on Stocker, offering Adelaide a future first round pick swap for the following year. This bold decision looked incredibly risky at the time and was met with much fan pushback. In the wash-up, Carlton basically traded pick 4 for Stocker and pick 9 the following year. Stocker has had an interrupted career thus far, with ongoing injuries and COVID protocol issues out of his control. Originally drafted as a midfielder, he was shifted down back for the Blues, where he's managed to average 13.2 disposals in his career. I think it's fair to say that Stocker has played pretty well, given that he is not in his natural position, at least well enough to earn a new contract. Although the only category he is ranked above average in according to AFL.com is his 1-on-1 win rate. Nonetheless, there will be clubs circling for the talented 22-year-old this off-season. Finally, I wanted to include a bit of a wildcard in this video, and I think the most promising wildcard bargain bin talent this off-season is ex-Hawk Jackson Callow. Callow was taken at pick 17 in the 2021 mid-season draft by the Hawks after the Tasmanian had a fantastic season for Norwood in the Sandful. With only 3 senior games under the belt for the 194cm key forward, he is once again looking for an AFL opportunity after being let go by the Hawks. Callow had minimal impact for the Hawks in his 3 senior games, not managing to kick a major score. However, his VFL form this season is a reason for optimism about another opportunity. Callow averaged 11.6 touches, 5 marks, 2 tackles and kicked 23 goals in 20 games. It's a well-established industry-held belief that key forwards take longer to develop, and at just 20 years old, Callow has plenty of upside given the value of his position. There are a few players worth an honourable mention here. Jared Brander, Tom Cutler and Daniel Howe could find new homes and be of use to their new clubs. What do you think? Have I missed anybody? Comment below and feel free to subscribe. Till next time.